So just checking as you're about to embark on your practice that you have your playlist set to go, which is 5 Vishuddha off of my Spotify. You can find it on the website, you can find it on the YouTube, you can find it on the Instagram, Linktree. A block, 2 if needed, and a blanket or a seat that brings you upright. So that as you come up tall, you can feel your seat deep below you, you can feel your heart over that, you can feel your head over your heart. We're making this line, this axis of awareness. If you have your oils, you go to the base of your throat, the base of the skull, the base of the neck, and the soles of your feet. And rubbing your palms together, sitting tall, put one hand at the base of your throat, one hand at the base of your neck. And with our hands here, we naturally bring our attention, our mind, our brain function, following the sensation in our hands. And now just float your hands a little bit off the chest and a little bit off the base of the neck. That there is a space that surrounds us. So that even as you release that, it's like a collar of light. And just remembering, in case you're new for any reason joining in, Vishuddha, this space of the throat, the way in which we articulate our story, it goes both ways. It's what we are taking in and perceiving to be our story, and it's what we're articulating and saying, this is my story. Oh, I'll never be good at that. Technology's way out of reach for me. I could never figure out how to do that. I'll never get a second degree. These are the stories that we put out. This is how we participate sometimes. And then, what are we taking in? When someone is singing your praises, are you hearing it? Are you not? This space that surrounds us, this scrim, is the articulation of our world inward and outward. And so the clarity we seek here gives us freedom. And as we warm up, every time you pause and you stop, and I will remind you to let it go. If what surrounds you right now were pages and pages of the book that is your life, let's let some of the pages drop so that their pages are blank, so that there's new space to rewrite what's coming, so that you know that you can rewrite what lies behind you, that you can rewrite what lies ahead of you. So we will create momentum, movement, so it can shift, and then we'll pause and we will let it go. We have a temptation of taking action and allowing that action to then gain a story. The way we describe it is what we perceive. The way we perceive it is the way we receive it. And the way we receive it is how we make it real. So let this come through. When we pause, we empty that field so that we can truly feel what's happening in the present moment instead of what's behind us or what's ahead. Palms together. As you rub your hands, you're clearing your field already right there. Heart comes up, chin comes in, chest is broad. And we tune in. We tune in. Om Namo, I bow to everything outside of me. All that guides me and heals me and holds me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me. Rising to meet it all. Tune in 3 times and then we begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Roll your shoulders, shake it out. Your playlist begins at oceans. First track, start there. And you have yours, and I have mine. And we have lost our wee connection. Coming to lie down on your back. Knees are bent. Feet are flat. Perfect. And in this position on your back, tap out your feet. Wag your tail. Settle into the back of your spine. Turn your left palm down. Turn your right hand up. And inhale, right hand overhead. And the right hand comes down, and the left hand comes up. This simple. You're noticing the shoulders, the collarbones, and the chest. Right hand, take it a little further, a little bit of a reach. And then down. Alternating sides, just starting to find the simplicity of that movement. Almost as though we were starting in physical therapy. Let the feet be flat, let the hips be even, let the spine be long. One more time, reach a little further into the right arm. Down and then the left. So simple. Down. So that as you turn your palms open, you can simply feel that the slightest of movements, the realignments, they'll open across the collarbones. So take that with you, that sensation of space. Roll over onto hands and knees. Put a blanket underneath your knees. Tuck your chin, drop your head, round your back, and from the tip of your tail, roll through your spine, chin comes forward. Rounding down and rolling forward. So feel the space across the collarbones. Feel the back of the neck. As it opens, as it quickens, turn your thumbs to point forward, turn your fingers to point away from the center line, and try to pull your hands open. And now move into that opening where the neck meets the shoulders, where the throat meets the chest. 3, 2, and turn your fingers to point forward. Draw your right knee to your chest as you round and back behind you as you open. So the same movement continues in your spine. And as you roll in, knee to the chest. Good. Bring your right knee outside of your right shoulder and cross to the left behind you. Bring your ear towards your right knee so that you're flushing out the right hip, the right side waist, the sides of the spine, and the back of your hip. Step your right foot wide to the right and put your right foot, your heel in line with your hip, coming onto your fingertips around your back. Tuck your chin, fold your hips back. This is your breath out. And then inhale, rise up. Feel the outside edge of your right foot. Keep it as you fold back. And rise tall. And fold. As you stay back a little bit side to side, opening through the top of your outer ankle on the right side, the inner knee, the inner hip, the back, to rise. And step your right foot outside of your right hand, the block underneath your left. And the right hand, a great circle, bending your front knee, hips coming forward, moving through the body. Reaching out of your right shoulder and letting that reach open all the way into your navel. And then keeping your right knee bent, stay and let your hips come forward and back. Bending your right knee, stay there. Lift your left knee and wrap your left hip under your right, your left rib under your right. The back heel goes back, the front knee goes forward. You rinse through the center. And setting down. Cat-cow. So a tuck of the chin, rounding the back, hands flat. And then open. Exhale to round. And open. Good. Adding the knee to your chest. Open and close. We're starting to shake off today the outer layers of the body, coming into more intentional movements. And so come into a more intentional expression in your face. A hint of a smile, the eyes closed maybe. Bring your knee outside of your left shoulder and cross to the right. And then move more easily. In and out. And one more. Step your left foot wide to the left, foot flat, heel in line with your hip, fingertips, tuck your chin, and fold your hips back, take your time. On your inhale, rise up. And on your exhale, fold back. Sealing the outer edge of the foot to the floor, keep that. And as you come back, a little bit side to side, making your way in. Feeling the top of the left foot open, the outer ankle, the inner knee, the hinge of the hips. Step your left foot up outside of your left hand. Turn your toes out towards 10 o'clock and a block underneath your right hand. And then a great reversed circle, like backstroke, and let your hips move forward and back. Opening the left shoulder, the left chest, the left hip, and in that opening, an invitation that you could let out of yourself what has been caught or hurt or trapped, and instead invite a sensation of space, expanse, and guidance. Hips forward and back, left arm stays just beside the left ear. You are a moving invitation. Lifting the right knee, revolving, right hip under left, right rib under left. The breath is smooth and steady. It's circular. And setting down, knees wide, toes together, child's pose, fold back. Feel the length through the sides and the arms. Rise to your knees, sweep wide. And then widen your arms, turn your thumbs down, take the backs of your hands to your spine as you fold. Return, reach up. Turn your thumbs down, bend your elbows, hands a little higher up the back. So as we continue here, only the right hand to rise. And as you bring it down, look to the left, opening the right side of the neck. Left hand up, thumb back. And then turning right. Right hand high. And look left. Inhale, left up. And look right. One more right side. Look left. Left side up. And look right. Good. And downward facing dog. Notice the arms, the armpits, the elbows. Keep your knees soft. Float your chest.
Folding your blanket out of the way, walk your feet to your hands. Hands to your hips and stand up tall.
And in this sensation of arrival, let everything go. Stepping your left foot back. Take your left hand high, your right hand wide, and turn your right thumb down. Again, back of the hand to the spine, lifting up. Hinge at the hips and fold forward. Check. If you need a block beneath your left hand, set it up. If the block is unneeded, put it aside. Swing your hips to the center. And keeping your left arm beside your ear, rise up tall. This will be inhale. And hinge to fold. This is exhale.
Take your time, 2 more, just like that, rising.
And then folding. Turn your navel to the right as you fold.
As you rise up, stand in your left heel, lift your left thigh to lift your heart,
and keep that back thigh as your anchor, folding down.
And then stay. Swing your hips to the left, drop your head, and extend your legs. Use the breath to open the legs and widen the chest, spinning your navel to the right. Bend your right knee, left hand to your hip, standing up,
step up. And now let it through. Feel a sensation of release into the ground. Let all that you just did out of your body. And now start with the right foot back. Right hand high. Left hand wide, thumb down, back of your hand to your spine. Reach up and hinge at the hip. Set up your block if it's needed underneath your right hand. If you don't need the block, fingertips to the floor, swing your hips right.
Here's your foundation. Right hand up, inhale.
From your heel to your hip to your hand. And now reach out, turning your navel left.
Inhaling up.
To fold.
Toes are long, legs are open. 1 more.
Lifting your right thigh to lift your heart. Keep all the right side body long and pause.
Opening the right arm, right shoulder, right hip, right heel. Turn your navel left, hips right. And now let your breath open the left side lung, left side ribs, left side foot. Bend your left knee, right hand to hip as you step up.
Now let it through, let it go. Any difficulty in a conversation, finish the conversation and let it go. Feel it leave, feel it change. Left foot steps back. As you bend your right knee into warrior 1, the hands reaching out, you're at an angle right out of the back heel. Hands come down, this is breath out, front leg straight. Bend your knee, reach out, look forward, this is inhale. Hands down, this is exhale. A little more declarative. Anchor into that left heel, and that's your anchor. So you can lean out of it and come back to stand. Reaching out. Now only the right hand down, turn your navel right. And stand taller. Bend your right knee, inhale. And then exhale. That there's a certainty in your body to be known, to be familiar with, to hold you, to meet you each time. Standing in your back heel, draw your navel back, draw your ribs back, draw your heart back, draw your head back. And from that strength of the back leg, soften your shoulders, your chest, open your arms, your fingers, bend your right knee, opening all of it. And step up and let it go. It turns to light. The right foot steps back. The left knee bends, the hands reach out. Anchor your right heel and stand up tall. Here's exhale. Reaching forward, here's inhale. Back heel on the floor and stand tall. Find your breath, find your rhythm, that you are unhurriable. Reach up. And your left hand down, draw your hands apart, turn your navel left, keep that, all of it, and just reach into your left fingertips. Standing postures give us familiarity with our foundation. One more, reaching out. Good. And from your back heel, draw your navel back. From your back heel, draw your ribs back. Draw your heart back, draw your head back, and then soften across the shoulders, through the arms, into the fingers, and bend your front knee as the whole front body opens. I have something to say. Stand in your foundation and breathe from there. And then let it go. Folding down, be done.
Step back, downward facing dog, arms out long. Knees to the floor, you turn right over on your back. Knees bent, feet flat. As you begin, right hand overhead. Right hand down, look left. Left hand overhead. Left hand down, look right. And add the hips. Right hand up, hips up. Right hand down, look left. Hips down. Left hand up, hips up. Look right. Right hand up. Hips up, reach, and look left. Left hand up. Look right. Right hand and hips to rise. And look left. Left hand and hips. And look right. Turn your palms open to the center. Notice the sensation in your body, the clarity that may arrive. Turn over to hands and knees. And down dog. That the underside of this dog is a little more spacious, ordered, lengthened. Walk your feet to your hands and sit your seat down. Walk your hands back behind you. Fingertips point towards your hips. Bend your elbows wide, tuck your chin, and wrap your elbows in. Heart comes up, seat down. Bend your elbows widening, drop into the back body. And then wrapping in, plug in so your heart comes up. One more. Rounding, falling in, wrapping in, rising tall. Shoulder blades are under the back body. Lift your hips an inch, and then rock forward. Plant your feet, lift your hips an inch. Rock forward, rock back. One more. And pause. The hands are under the shoulders and the heels are under the knees. As you stand in your hands and your heels, trace a line up the wall ahead of you, across the ceiling above you, down the wall behind you, and then through the crown of the head, look out through the back of your head. Look down into the palms of your hands as you extend. Press into your hands. Stand in your feet. And as you breathe into the middle of the body, allow your abdomen to get longer, your feet to get longer. Tucking your chin, roll your way down, bend your elbows, and roll up into a staff pose. Legs out, hands beside you. Notice. Bend your right knee and turn to the right, wrapping your left arm around. And then release and bend the left knee, wrapping to the left. Inhale to center, exhale turning right. And center and left. So continuing, moving up through the spine to turn the waist, turn the navel, turn the ribs, turn the chin, until you're turning with your eyeballs. And sit tall. Feel the spine and the seat. Hands behind you. Come into cobbler pose and press your outer knees down. Without using your hands, balance on your tail, boat pose. To cobbler. Heels wide, pressing out. Heels together, cobbler. Knees wide, press down. Return to staff pose. Exhale. Cobbler. Exhale, press. Boat pose. Exhale. Cobbler. Exhale. Heels wide. Cobbler. Staff pose. Cobbler. Boat pose. Stay. Palms together, knees to your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Cobbler. Heels wide. Stay. Harder. Walk your hands forward. Maybe palms, maybe forearms. Lengthening to your inner heels. Keeping the low back flat and the legs long, toes turned up. Walk yourself up with the soles of your feet together. Press your heels, draw your toes back, and walk your hips a step at a time closer to your heels. Press your outer knees down, your heels together, your heart up. Release into your staff pose, sitting tall. And be still, let everything else fall away. Make your way into a cross-legged seat.
We are prepared. So with your blanket folded into a thick rectangle, hips a little higher than heels, or if you need be, sit on the edge of a chair, pause your playlist, and sit tall. Feel how the work of the asana builds this foundation for your joints, for your bones, for your muscles, so that we are held upright effortlessly in this vehicle designed for passion. The space of the throat is our sound. Sometimes we can be hesitant with our sound or overbearing with our sound. And so we clear it out, we recalibrate with the sound of E. And the E will be 6 or 7 counts out and then 6 counts in. So inhale to begin. Let your attention rest in the sensations at the throat, not even the mouth. And then we activate, we articulate, we ignite this space with the syllable of hum, H-A-M, hum. And it comes from the pump of the belly. And it's as though it's starting this engine of our sound, our word, our articulation. Hum, 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 hum. 3, 2, 1, and inhale. And normal breathing. The space around you, the space within you. Brighter, activated, alert. And then coming to stand. Restarting your playlist at nature. Restart your playlist at nature. And come to stand. Heels just wider than hips. Palms together. Thumbs to the top of your sternum. And we're lost again. As you extend your arms, palms stay together to about 60 degrees. Nearly there. Lost our connection. And then back to the chest. Arms extend, and then thumbs back to the chest, extending and returning. Your chin follows the tips of your thumbs as you move steadily. Exhaling to tuck the chin. And just feeling the movement through the whole length of your arms, the length of your neck, through the belly and down into the feet. Moving at a pace that's meaningful, that isn't simply action or athleticism, but there's a listening, an offering. Hands up, inhale, 3 more sips. Heart up, chin in, stay. Reach, and then chin up. Elbows down, breath out. Let it go. Let it move through. Let it be complete. And coming down to a seat. Your palms open. Widening the arms, turn your chin to the left and to the right. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. Perfect here. Or the full gesture, arms out long. Turn your thumbs back, open your elbows, lift your heart. Keep your chin in a nice steady line, not up, not down. Face and arms are soft but purpose. Finding center, lifting your hands slightly. Inhale, 3 sips. Heart up, chin in, catch it all. Let it build in the chest, rising up through the spine, top of the head, fingertips. Little shimmy. Chin up, breath out, arms down. And be done. Let the movement, the gesture, the pose, let it all out of the body. Let the breath out of the pose. And let the breath out of the mind. Turn your palms down, left shoulder up, drop, right shoulder, drop. Inhale, exhale, up, down. Find that and close your eyes. We're clearing stories. We're even clearing the stories that we're listening to, that we're listening for. I just caught myself listening to exactly not the story that serves us. Not the story that directs the path I'm here to follow. And using these gestures and these movements, I can shake it out of me and become empty, trusting in what story will come to me, rather than thinking I have to direct it. So shake out. Become clear, open your doors and your windows so that the stories that are trying to tell you come this way. Give them access. Out of the shoulders, out of the arms, out of the hands, out of the breath. Center, shake them up, shake it out. Palms open, pause. And become less our story and more all stories. And then a little ignition, little heat, a little action. Unfolding your blanket, come to kneel with a block between your heels. Resting your hands on your thighs. Find a whisper of ha. If kneeling doesn't work for you, then sitting with your legs straight, your feet flat on the floor, find a straight back chair, and whisper. Feel the action of your navel, feel the clarity of that breath. Put your lips together, and the same breath right out the nose. Keep that breath, lift your hands, turn your thumbs up, and then turn your thumbs away. Heart comes up, shoulder blades under you, in towards the spine. Sit down into the block or the chair, and extend the arms. Find the breath. Chin lightly lifts. Any discomfort, you come more upright. As you're ready to explore, go a wee bit back and a wee bit back. Shoulders just behind the heels. Steady breath, right here. asana, 3 sips. Heart up, chin in, stay tall. Trace your attention up your spine to the top of your head, right there. That's where you exhale. Chin up, breath out, elbows down. Notice. You are a part of a great story. A thread, a character, a participant, a co-author. Feel the lineage of stories run through you, beyond you. They are not there to bind you or limit you. You are informed and safe. Set your black blanket aside, come to lie down on your back into your body. The way we began, knees bent, feet flat, palms down. The right hand reaches, overhead inhale. The hand down, palm to the floor, exhale, left hand inhale, so steady now. And exhale, hand down. Right hand, straighten your right leg, heel to the floor, inhale. Bend your knee, foot flat, hand down, exhale, left side. Left hand opens, left leg straightens, and exhale, return. Opening and closing one side at a time. Or bend your knees, bring your hands to your shins, and open the right, and then the left. Eyes closed. You're moving from your navel, from your instinct. From great depth. A steadiness. And ever so slightly, it quickens. Without disruption, but with freedom. Good. Legs long, turn your palms open. Shake out the feet and the knees and receive what you might feel. What if this steadiness, this alert, bright steadiness was the page you write from? The page you write on, the place, the home of your story. I am this. Rolling over. Now, right where you are, simply sit up tall. And turn your fingers to point your seat. Knees bend, feet flat, bend your elbows wide as you did for tabletop. And wrap your elbows in and lift your heart right from the base of your knuckles. Again, bend your elbows, widen them, fall into your spine. And then wrap in and rise up. One more time, bending, widening, and now wrapping in and coming 3/4 of the way up. Elbows Long, steady breath. 4 counts in, 4 counts out, or 6 counts in, 6 counts out. You will notice it will become brighter and steady right here. Or the legs extend, backs of the thighs to the floor. The heart comes up, the seat goes down. Steady breath. Eyes closed, circular, smooth. Over time, the chin will rise. Over time, and that could be days, minutes, moments. The head falls all the way back. Respect old injuries. Respect where you are. Long, smooth breathing. Micro movements as you need to, elbows shifting, heart lifting, seat dropping. A slow, simple opening. Allowing through you the words you're here to say. Meaning you are here to provide. You bend your elbows to come up. The chin slowly falls to return to staff pose. Sitting tall. The chin to come halfway up and halfway down. Until your head floats to neutral. out. Put it all together. Sitting tall. So on your inhale, you lean a little forward, and your exhale, a little back. And when we were moving heels into cobbler, heels legs long, heels into cobbler, we were activating really across the transverse abdominals, below the navel, just above the pubic bone, the center point. On your exhale, really feel the exhale drawing that point into brilliance. On your inhale, feel the breath coming up, filling the chest. Work here or float your hands. Hold opposite wrists or bring your arms up overhead. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Feel the breath up into the chest and then the breath out at the navel. And this little exchange to the heart and to the navel. And continuing that movement, but taking your awareness as you come forward to the top of your head, and as you go back to the base of the spine. And in the movement in between, a little bead or a line of light up to the crown and down to the tail, and back up to the crown and down to the tail. Slide your attention along that line, 10 more seconds. Up and down. Good. Find the top, pause, neutral, inhale, chin up, 3 sips. Heart up, chin in, reach. From the tail to the crown of the head. Up to the fingertips, little shimmy, chin up, breath out, elbows down, backs of the hands to your thighs, pause tall and neutral, and notice. I am this. This is the heart of my story. I am this. This light, this sensation. You may work right here where you are, or unfold directly into your Shavasana. Falling open, spilling to the floor, palms open, body effortless wherever you go. Be done. Let out of you, let through you, all that you may be holding or carrying forward. The body falls open in brilliance and freedom. Your true state. shifting with the breath, hands overhead, reaching long. Very gracefully and quietly and precisely returning to a cross-legged posture. If it's continued, pause your playlist. You conclude in your own sound. The sound of Om, A-U-M, this beautiful syllable of all things, all that is made, all that is unmade, coming through this sound. Feel it in your very bones, in your cells. A is in the belly, U is in the chest, M is in the head. And as you inhale, go in reverse through the chest and the chest and the belly. Inhale. Still. Stay as long as you choose. Sweep wide when you're ready. Hands high. Palms together, thumbs to the forehead, center. I bow to this sound of mind, this sound of all things. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Keep clearing the stories. Keep making space so that you can rewrite what lies ahead. If we clear what has been and our perception of what has been, then we immediately change how we will choose to move forward. So as you finish each meal, each errand, each conversation, be done. If you're taking it forward, if you're making a choice, if you're moving it into action, be intentional. And let the rest go. And I will see you tomorrow, and we will continue. Thursday at noon. Until then.